All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for tonight's co-main event of the evening. It'll be brought to you by Ogle, Elrod, and Burrell. Let them turn your wreck into a check. And this fight is for the Valor Heavyweight Championship. At this time, please welcome, fighting out of the Hogs red corner, Matt Tallent.
Coming out first for the vacant Valor Heavyweight title is Matt Tallent, who is 3-2. He fights out of Ogle's Martial Arts in Madisonville, Tennessee. The 29-year-old, 6'4", trained by James Ogle, tall and long, very tough. Debuted in 2009. Last time out, lost a decision to Mike Snap. And Matt Tallent, prior to that fight with Michael Snap, he lost to Curtin Hamilton. That was an absolute cage fighting. That was back in 2010, so had a 3-year gap between fights. It's something, that you've done as well. So prior to that, it was 2009, a win over Ryan Watts, and then a win over CJ Crest. So he won his first two. Now he's lost his last two, and has a shot at the Valor Heavyweight title tonight.
Right. It's just it's hard taking a layoff. Like I said earlier, I had a 3-year layoff for my last fight here in July, and I mean, it'll change you as a fighter. It made me better. It has the different effects on different people. A lot of people talk about, the cage rust, whatever, just getting back into it and getting your feet wet and having that feeling. Let's see how it affects him.
Did you end up finding better partners, which is the reason why you stepped away for a while?
Yeah, I took about 8 months off completely and didn't train at all. I got with a real good team out of Cookeville, Tennessee, Upper Cumberland MMA. That's where I'm at now. I'm there 6-7 days a week, some weeks. Awesome gym, awesome training partners. I'm getting really good work now.
All right, that's Sawyer Rich doing some analysis for us as Casey Oxendine has the night off. And don't forget, Team Oxendine Arena Combat coming real soon. All right, back to the cage to introduce Tallent's opponent. Here's Cody Gwynn.
Now, please welcome his opponent, fighting out of the OEB blue corner, Gavin Walker.
Gavin God's Warrior Walker, who is 4-1, fighting out of that D-Evil Fight team. And we've seen it, and Adam Primetime Townsend has talked about it, how put together Gavin Walker is, and trains Adam Townsend out of that camp and trains with Gavin Walker and those guys, trained by Caleb Cupp, Dustin Walden, who you've seen in many Valor fights. Big, strong, aggressive. He's an All-American football player at Maryville College, and gosh, is gas tank, which is the case with some heavyweights. Gas tank has sort of failed him in the past. What do you think about this matchup?
Gavin Walker's a real athletic guy. I mean, he's fighting Matt Tallent. He's real tall and lanky. I think Matt's going to have to keep him on the outside. I think that Gavin Walker's definitely the more athletic of the two. Probably has a wrestling advantage. I just started training at D-Evil here a couple weeks ago. I haven't trained with Gavin. Heard a lot about him. Should be interesting.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Matt Tallent at 3-2, Gavin Walker at 4-1. Walker 6 years younger than Matt Tallent, 2 years taller than Gavin Walker. And then you see the weight difference, 13 pounds. We talked about it earlier, where in the heavyweights you can get that big difference. But Walker at 237 is going to look huge because he's a former football player, and he's just rocked up.
He's got a real good build. I mean, he's a real big heavyweight.
And
real big guy.
I'm sorry. And there you see Adam Townsend, who is not with us for the call of this one. He's in the corner with Gavin Walker, and you see Walker getting ready to...
with all the people from D-Evil and Johnson City.
Yep. That's a good group. So what are your impressions of that camp in the few weeks you've been over there?
No, awesome camp. I mean, they go hard. I think it's the best in the area, honestly. I make the drive to go train there. I drive 2.5 hours to train there. So
daily? How many times a week?
3 times.
Wow.
Yep.
That's tremendous. And then you see a look at Gavin Walker. I mean, he looks like a football player for sure. And we're not talking about a wide receiver or anything. We're talking about pick a position near the line of scrimmage. Gavin Walker looks the part as he enters the cage.
That's a big man.
With a shot to win the Valor Heavyweight Championship. All right, our official fighter introductions. Here is Cody Gwynn.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Valor Fights 25 co-main event of the evening. Brought to you by Ogle, Elrod, and Burrell, and will be for the vacant Valor Heavyweight Championship. When the action begins, your referee in charge of this bout is Jimmy Neely. Introducing first, fighting out of the Hogs red corner. He enters the cage tonight with a record of 3 wins with 2 defeats. He went in 250 pounds, fighting out of Madisonville, Tennessee, and representing Ogle's Martial Arts, Matt Tallent. Standing across the cage tonight, fighting out of the OEB blue corner with a record of 4 wins with only 1 defeat. He weighed in 237 pounds, fighting out of Johnson City, Tennessee, and representing the D-Evil Fight Team, Gavin God's Warrior Walker!
Jimmy Neely, our referee for our co-main event presented by Ogle, Elrod, and Burrell. It's for the vacant Valor Heavyweight title. It's Matt Tallent out of Madisonville in the red and black trunks with the gray shirt against Gavin God's Warrior Walker in the red, white, and blue out of the D-Evil Fight Team in Johnson City, Tennessee. 3-minute rounds, touch gloves, and we are underway.
This one should be exciting, man. I'm excited to see the big guys throw.
First
good
kick from Walker. I'm guessing Walker put some weight on since the weigh-in. Just a guess. And a scramble there on Walker.
Looking for that takedown. Good pressure by Walker.
What do you want to see from Walker here in this position?
I think this is a good idea for Walker. Just pin him up. I think he's definitely a stronger guy.
Nope.
Just keep the pressure on him. Throw some knees here in the clinch.
Gavin Walker.
Good knee.
Last time out dominated his opponent, and Tim Johnson. Didn't finish him, though, but really dominated. He didn't go out of his way. He didn't put himself in bad situations trying to finish.
Right.
He played it smart.
Yeah, Walker hasn't been taking too many risks in his last couple of fights.
What do you think about the shirt for
I don't
Tallent?
like it. I mean, I wouldn't do it. Because your opponent can grab that. Even if the ref, doesn't see it or whatever, it's still a factor.
Is that the same rule as the trunks?
Yeah, they can't grab. You can't really hold on to their shirt and hold them and punch. But once it's done,
Right.
regardless of whether you stop it or not.
That's a good point. Sawyer Rich, Vince Ferrara here on the call of our co-main event tonight for the Valor Heavyweight title. It's Walker in the red, white, and blue. Tallent in the gray shirt.
Got Tallent and Walker just fighting, pretty much having a wrestling match here. Not a whole lot of shots thrown, some knees in the clinch.
Not something you always expect with the heavyweights.
Yeah, Walker keeping the pressure on him.
Sticks a knee, does Walker.
Game plan may just be just to wear him down, over time if you're in the corner of Walker.
Both guys just trading knees.
This is exhausting right here for both men.
Yeah, especially with the heavyweights.
Right. I mean, and like you were saying, we're talking about that weight gap, This could be a scenario where you got a 215 guy wrestling with a 260. I mean, in the heavyweight division, wrestling is ridiculous.
And the gas tank, as we talked about, gas tank a little bit of a question mark still for Gavin Walker. He's got the advantage applying the pressure here,
right.
But still, that's something to think about. Final 20 seconds of round number 1 here in Pigeon Forge.
Walker throwing up the knee here in the clinch. Oh, good knee.
Yeah, that was to the body by Tallent. And this is just a big boy wrestling match right
Pushing
now.
each other around.
Walker tried to stick
There's a mouthpiece out there. Is that Walker's?
Let's see, yeah, I think so. All right, so round number 1, who you would give that to Walker,
I'm going
right?
to give that to Walker based on, just control. He had him up on the fence, throwing nice little knees in the clinch. Kind of an uneventful round, just kind of a wrestling match.
Would you like to see Walker, if he gets him up against the cage again, do something different? Or is that just a solid game plan just to wear on him?
I don't know his game plan, It could just be to wear him down, thinking he's in better shape. He didn't really act like he wanted the takedown too bad. He didn't really go for it.
Right.
He was throwing some knees up. This may be what they want.
Wasn't really punching a ton. A couple of little pot shots here and
they
there.
They started a dirty box there, grabbed the back of the head, which is something I love. But, I got to give the round to Walker. He's winning.
And as you will often see, that the Evil fight team, they don't use a stool in the corner. They're standing
Make you
up.
stand up.
Not a fan of that?
I like to sit down.
Matt Tallent sat down, and we are underway in round number 2 of 3 for the Valor heavyweight title. Again, same position.
Tallent throwing that body knee. He's on the fence. This just doesn't look good for him in the judge's eyes right here.
Yeah. Haven't seen either guys really separated, let their hands go at all. I haven't seen the boxing aspect, the stand-up between these two.
Walker with the underhook here. He's got more control in this little scrap. Working for that second one.
I almost think Tallent's knees are doing more damage.
I think so too. His back is to the cage, and he's not the aggressor. I think he's got better knees going for him really in the clinch. He's just losing based on aggression.
And that one moved Walker back, that last right knee. So we're a minute gone by here in round number 2 of 3. Valor Fights 25. Go for gold in Pigeon Forge.
We're going to get some separation here, maybe some excitement for the fans.
Yeah, not enough action, I guess.
Oh, good.
Right.
Mouthpiece went out.
Yep.
Right hand.
He looked down, and we'll see if Jimmy Neely, they clinch, and then Jimmy Neely takes advantage of the opportunity for the mouthpiece to go back on.
May not be good for Walker. Tallent looks like he might have been rocked right there.
Yeah, gives him a couple extra seconds to try to regather his senses.
And right back to the clinch, more of the same.
So we didn't see, we got the separation, and then we didn't get to see him in the stand-up very much.
We got a mouthpiece knocked out there. That was what we wanted, I guess.
Gavin Walker leaning on Matt Tallent once again, as was the case throughout most of round number 1. As we near the 1 minute mark left in round number 2 of 3.
Walker keeping that pressure on with the underhooks. He's just controlling him on the fence here.
Any signs of him thinking about trying to go for a takedown at all?
Walker hasn't dropped at all. He's just kind of stayed here.
Right.
If I was judging this, I'm giving it to Walker because he's got cage control. But like you said, I think Tallent's knees are doing more when they do throw in the clinch here.
Walker's almost throwing the knees because he's supposed to.
Yeah.
I don't know that he's using that frame.
Trying not to get separated, just having some activity.
Right.
If I'm in Tallent's corner here, I'm telling him to circle off. He's got to get off the fence, take the center of the ring, throw some shots. He's got to get out of this clinch. He's losing.
Walker's got the back of the head of Tallent. Holding on there. And now Walker letting the hands go a little bit. He's right in front of his corner.
Spit his mouthpiece out. Good shots by Tallent here.
Yep. Tallent.
Right here.
Stuck an uppercut. A right hand, now letting the hands go to the end of the round.
That was an elbow there at the end, it looked like.
Wow. How about that? So a little flurry from Tallent. Who would you give that round to?
I don't know. I'm going to have to give it to Walker as a whole. I think that the flurry was really good by Tallent at the end, but like I said, the whole round, he's just pressing the action. He's got cage control going for him.
Very interesting second round, and you see the D-Evil team. You saw them there a second ago. Caleb Cup, Dustin Walden, and Adam Primetime Townsend in the corner there of Gavin Walker. It's so hard to tell who won that second round and how the judges are going to look at it. And so this could be 1-1. It could be 2-0.
Could be 1-1. I got it 2-0 for Walker, but you never know how it's going to be judged.
So if you're Tallent, at all costs, you got to stay off the cage,
Stay
right?
off the fence, man. Take the center of the ring. You're doing good when you're throwing your hands. Let your hands go.
Gavin Walker. I think both guys look pretty tired right now. They touch gloves. Round number 3 of 3. The Valor heavyweight title is on the line.
Walker all over him, more of the same, putting him on the fence. Good dirty boxing by Tallent here when he throws that uppercut.
He's going to use that maybe to get out of that position, though.
Comes up under Walker. Walker's chin straight up in the air because he's got control, and he hits him with that uppercut. He needs to do that, but circle off.
Right.
Good knee.
Use that to improve his position and get out of there. And maybe he would have the advantage in the stand-up. We don't know yet. And then Walker leaning on Tallent. Another knee from Matt Tallent.
Honestly, in this fight, I think it's just Walker's strength is playing a big advantage. How athletic he is. He's just bullying him around.
And Jimmy Neely.
Here's Tallent's chance, maybe make something happen. Don't back up.
Yep, which is what he's doing.
There you go.
Lets the hands go, and then Walker gets a hold of him. And like a bear, is back in control.
Nothing he can do with it.
Yep.
Good knee by Tallent.
You think the judges, I guess it just depends on the judge, taking that into account? Yeah, I'm back up against the cage, but I'm offensive in sticking those.
That's a burning question.
Yeah.
Everybody's, like you got a guy that's,
That stunned Gavin Walker. He stumbled a little bit after eating that uppercut from
Tallent is
Tallent.
throwing great uppercuts. He has to get off the fence, though.
Yeah.
Good knees. Everything he's doing in the clinch is pretty good. I mean, he's doing more damage. He's just getting bullied.
He may be too tired to get out of there, too. And another elbow, as we saw at the end of the second round. A minute left in this title fight.
Tallent absolutely has to get off of the fence. Is this 5 rounds here?
No, it's amateurs on 3 for a title. Yep. Tallent has got to get something going here. 45 seconds left in this title bout. Uppercut still sticking on Walker's chin. Can he land something significant here in the final 30 seconds of this fight?
If you're Tallent, you got to circle off and explode. Look for that KO right now. I think you're down 2-zip.
Those little knees are not going to be enough to win this fight, more than likely.
Oh, now Walker drops down for the takedown here.
Yeah, and that'll eat up time trying to
Looks like
defend
he's
it.
going for the single leg, maybe.
Final 10 seconds of this fight.
See, that was Tallent's chance to get off the fence right there. He had a little bit of space.
And they punch.
Entertaining fight.
It was. They punch to the final horn, and they go the distance. And wow, it looked like Walker has a mouse over that right eye. Look at that. But hey, even with swelling over the right eye, Walker could very well have won the Valor heavyweight title. You would give him how many rounds? 3-0 or 2-1? Or what do you think?
I mean, if I was going to give Tallent any round, it would be that last round based on the shots he was landing in the clinch. But again, he was getting controlled. I predict it's going to be 30-27. I think so. That's probably how I would judge that, yeah.
You can see over the left eye, I should say. I think I said right, left eye.
Yeah.
Showing.
He was eating some uppercuts. I mean, yeah. I'm sure they didn't feel too good.
And so the judges will decide who the Valor heavyweight champ is. Our judges tonight, Tommy Brooks, James Lyles, and Steve Leach. And of course, all bouts scored on the 10-point must system. Opponent gets 9 or less. Scoring is based on effective striking, grappling, aggression, and, as we talked about through much of that fight, cage control. And that's where Gavin Walker had the clear and obvious advantage. Is that enough, though? Were the strikes of Tallent noted by our judges? We'll find out in just a moment as the two teams share some respect. Don't go anywhere. We still got our main event here. Valor Fights 25. Go for gold here in Pigeon Forge. All right, we go to the judges' scorecard for the announcement of our official decision. Here's Cody Gwynn.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to your judges' scorecard for a decision. Judges score this bout 29-28, blue corner. 29-28, red corner. And 30-27 for your winner by split decision. And now, Valor Heavyweight Champion out of the red corner, Matt